Hello everyone, it's Martia Ramsey. Happy Tuesday. I hope all is well. Today I want to speak to you all about, it's a continuance of the video I made yesterday about looking at the positive. But I want to speak about when you find something that you don't like about someone, find 10 things that you do like about that person. So let's say you and your mom start to get into it and you're like, oh, she's just so controlling, she just want to control everything I do. Find 10 things about her that you love. How she's compassionate, how she's there for you when no one else is, how she is there for your children, how she makes you your favorite food when you ask her to, how she's a great person to go shopping with, how she's a good listener, how she is very appreciative, how she make you feel when you feel like the world is against you, how she's a good workout partner, and like, let's say how she makes your best dessert. So really just find 10 things about that person that you love about them, because as I was saying yesterday, when you focus on things that you don't like, it makes the connection go downhill instead of uphill. So in life, we do go through disagreements. It's normal. And one thing that I'm learning, because I feel like I'm going through another spiritual awakening, and that's why I distance myself from people, frequently, because I want to, stay true within and, deal with stuff on my own. But one of the things I realize is I'm just coming to terms with how I feel about a lot of things. And one of the best ways to do so is to have a heart to heart with the people that you love. And although you may not like what that person is saying, or they may not like what you're saying, it's a way to move forward and let bygones be bygones. Because if we never speak about how we truly feel about a situation, whether it's an old relationship or old friendship, we will never really get over it, because we're just sweeping those problems under the rug and acting as if we don't care when we really do care. So like I said yesterday, fix it. If you can fix it, make it work, make it right. Fixing it doesn't mean you gotta be best of friends again, you gotta be friends again, you gotta be in a relationship again. Fixing it means that you all could be copacetic, that you all can just say how you both feel, and understand that it's three sides to a story: the truth, your truth, and their truth. So although your intentions may have not been to make somebody feel that way, you cannot tell them that you didn't make them feel that way. You can say, I apologize, those were my intentions, and yesterday I was having a conversation, and my friend, she said, I'm trying to think of what she said. She said that's how she was feeling at the moment, understanding that we all have temporary emotions. And that was just like an eye-opener, because I can't invalidate her feelings if that's how she was feeling at that moment. And it's just good that we have these conversations. And I reached out to an old friend, but she was like a cousin to me, like a couple months ago. She just wrote me back like 2 days ago, and I just told her how I felt about everything. But I believed in how I felt. I sent it to her, and although that she didn't respond, I knew that she was going to respond in her own time. And so don't get discouraged if somebody don't respond right away, because sometimes people need to process how they feel. They need to process their emotions. They need to reread your message, and sometimes it's better to write it out than to have that conversation in person or on the phone, because you can get your authentic truth out, wholeheartedly. And so, like I said, this is something that I've been practicing myself, and just making amends with those who I feel like I value the most. And it was hard to, really come to terms with those challenging relationships that I had, the challenging friendships that I had. It's kind of hard for me to admit that those people meant the best for me, although their love wasn't like I saw love. They loved me the best that they could. And so it's important for us all to really realize that everybody love doesn't look the same as your type of love, but it doesn't make your love any better. And so that's one thing I'm doing. I'm just really trying to ascend with making amends and doing better, because like my best friend Tamika, we done fell out so many times. We've been friends since we was 15, and I felt like I never really gave her the full credit that she deserved because, I'm stubborn. I be like, shit, who? I ain't about to acknowledge you and, we don't deal with each other, like pride and ego talking. But it's like, she does deserve that acknowledgement because she played a big part in my life. Although everything haven't been all sweet all the time, but what relationship is, the relationships that are perfect, those be phony. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to argue or whatever, because as we get older, we understand how to deal with things. We, find different coping mechanisms and stuff. But it doesn't make your friendship worse or, better, because that's one friend that I was always able to connect with in almost every level of my life, because a lot of my friends don't have children. Well, now that I'm meeting more friends, they do, but like it's just different. And it's just like, me seeing how other people feel about me and they seeing how I feel about them, it's just an eye opener, because you would never feel like you're doing something wrong, or you never know how you come out to somebody until they tell you. And a lot of the times we hold a lot of stuff in just because we don't want to offend the person, but just know that you are making matters worse. So I'm just letting you all know, when you find something negative about a person, like, oh, I don't like that, they always doing this, find 10 things that you love about them, because we all have something good about us. Like me and my Aunt September, woo, we bump heads like a mug, like a lot. But it's so many things that I love about her. Despite the few things I just cannot stand about her, because we got like a love-hate relationship, it's so many things that I love about her. Like how she always there for my kids, how she always there for me, how she always give me a break if I need it. She's one of the best mothers I know. She's so amazing with kids, And it's like, sometimes we butt heads, but we never let our kids get in between it. We always kept our kids, we always made them have a good relationship. And the same as with Tamika, like, we ain't talked in so long, but our kids, we make sure that they keep a bond because they family. And I don't respect the people who, put kids in the mix and be like, oh, well, I don't gotta contact your kid no more or whatever, because the kids don't have nothing to do with it. The kids, they don't know any better. They don't know what's going on, So one thing that my mother always taught me is, a kid is a kid, stay in a kid place. And she never let me get in between arguments between adults. So I always stood in my place, and I do the same with my kids. I make sure they respect the adults regardless of how I may feel about that adult. Those emotions may be temporary, so I don't want to involve my kids. So it's just making sure that you are aware of your actions, your words, and even if you make mistakes, even if you do hold a grudge, it's not too late to make up with anybody. And even if that person don't want to forgive you now, just know that time heals all, and we are able to mend so many relationships. I done mended so many relationships, those who I felt held value. And some people you don't want to mend with, but it's good that you have a conversation with them so that you may not be hindered on your journey. So remember, fear doesn't live here, faith does. So y'all walk by faith. Remember that you are in control of your reality, and say your positive affirmations. I am happy. I am healthy. I am amazing. Everything is working out for me. I am healing. I am abundant. Money comes to me in both expected and unexpected ways. I am worthy of getting paid for my gifts. Thank you for listening. To all my new subscribers, thank you. Hit the notification bell below and subscribe to get notified when I post videos. And I do appreciate you all your shares, all your likes, and all your views. Y'all keep being great. It's Martia Ramsey. Thank you.